Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. So today I thought I would switch it up a little bit and we're going to do a collective past life reading. And I was meditating on this a little bit and I pulled a few cards. And the first one that came out is authority figures. And the lesson was power here. And I feel like, and I asked for a message that would help us in the now. So, something from the past, as you probably know, we have these cycles that repeat. And once we can shift the internal, the outternal will shift as a result. And I do feel like this is something that we are currently being guided to deal with, associated with power and the powers that be, and how we feel in this outer physical reality oppressed. And this also came up in the new moon reading that I did yesterday. And this theme of hypothermia, or like feeling cold, came up with it. So there could be something, what comes to mind is like frozen in our kind of ethereal or subconscious realm that is maybe you could say being de-thawed, or we are feeling guided to look at this so that we can shift. And I do feel like we have experienced this before in many lifetimes, where we're feeling like there is power above us that has been pulling us down, oppressing us, making us feel less than, or keeping us in kind of this control structure. I do feel like we have the power at this time to rise above these structures, and there is light being shown in dark places that have been hidden in the dark for a really long time. And now they're coming up, and yeah, it seems chaotic and it seems like things are like really crazy. However, what happens when you light a candle in a dark place? The shadows start to disappear, and I feel like that's what's kind of currently happening. Let's see. Another card that came out is we've got the natural disaster card, and I feel like what's taken place time and time again is that we have allowed these structures to overcome us, and maybe not like by choice, but this has been what has been this repeating cycle. And what I'm hearing is it starts on the inner realm, right? We literally create our own realm, our own world, and what we're being asked to do at this time is to shift the internal so that the external will shift as well. Natural law says that when you shift the internal, the physical reality has no choice but to change as a result. And then we had this secret society card that came up, and again, the hypothermia. The lesson here is greed. And then we got the Truth Seeker card, which talks about questioning authority, and spiritual questioning, right? Investigating the internal world. So how can you shift your internal to a place of, instead of feeling oppressed or feeling like there is a power that is above you, controlling you, to this place where you are free, you are in a place of liberation. And it starts with the questioning of authority, questioning, the spiritual realms, investigating your inner dialogue, your inner thought forms, your subconscious mind. And the more that you do, the more that you realize that it's actually this kind of perfection, this divine perfection that exists. And once you realize that, you can really start shifting your whole paradigm. And on the bottom of the deck, we had Celtic Wars and Battles, and Trust and Faith. So I do feel like we're moving more into the exposure of, the oppressed, right? The powers that be, or wanna be, have created this this density of lower states of vibration, and now we're being guided to come back to the old ways of being, to actual spiritual truth. And we also have Vows, which talks about, like I've been saying, our inner dialogue, and what we believe to be true, what we know to be true, and finding ways to shift this. So you could be cutting some vows or clearing some vows, clearing some blocks, subconscious blocks, which will help to shift our whole physical reality. And collectively, we have to do this. So the more that we come together and create new vows, and vows of trusting in your higher power, in the source that's within you, right? The source of all of your happiness and all of your misery lies within you. And the more that you step into your power and heal these old wounds of oppression, feeling frozen, like you can't do anything, like you don't have any power, shifting those old vows into being in your power, staying in your power, spreading, the vibration of that which you want to emanate throughout the cosmos. And higher states of vibration are more powerful than the lower states. So this will continue to happen more and more. This isn't to say that, we will see this in our lifetime where, we have complete peace, but we're planting the seeds now for future generations. And just because you won't, or you might not see it, you know, in exact, you know, there might still be these battles. In fact, I'm sure there will be. But as we progress and as the collective continues to awaken to our true power, more and more light will continue to be shown on these places. So you might notice like a lot of people exposing these, you know, what I've been noticing is a lot of people like exposing like these different holidays that we celebrate and their true origin. And what I've been doing personally is setting new intentions. I don't believe that fear is the way through. I think intention is everything. So, for example, like Halloween, I know a lot of people lately, especially like in like Christian communities or religious communities, might say, you know, that certain religion or certain holidays, you know, go back to like these crazy events of like sacrifice or like just crazy things, right? So I love celebrating Halloween, right? I love celebrating, period. So what I did was I didn't give that any power. You know, I didn't give any of my power away to like these darker, older intentions that might have been. Instead, I always like to set my own intention. And so for Halloween, I honor my ancestors. And I just really go with what intuitively feels right and set that intention. Another example would be like Thanksgiving. And so this past Thanksgiving, I cut ties with, you know, these horrific things that have happened in the past. And instead, I gave honor to those who fell, those who, you know, were oppressed, or we had these, you know, horrific events. But instead of, you know, falling victim to fear, I set intention, you know, to be grateful, finding things to be grateful for, including, you know, those who fell, because we wouldn't be where we are now if these things hadn't happened. This is giving power to the perfection of divinity, the order of things. And so I feel like you'll see more and more of this exposed, and you can utilize this time as an opportunity to set new intentions and, you know, honor the past timelines, but make sure that you are setting new intentions. Some may choose just not to celebrate these things at all, and, you know, that's fine too. But me personally, I find much more happiness and joy in new intentions, and it gives me a way to connect. It's like this portal, connecting with my ancestors, connecting with the divine. And celebration in general, I feel like, is very high vibrational and shouldn't be thrown under the rug because of you know, past ways of doing things that keeps you stuck in the past instead. But at the same time, you know, it's good that these things are being opened up, right? Because in the past we didn't really look at these things. Like, they were more subconscious, swept under the rug, and now there's just more light being shown. So you're going to see more and more, but you can look at it from this perspective of light. Okay, there is light being shown on this. We are, you know, this is coming to our conscious awareness, and so this is an opportunity to heal. Thank you guys for liking and sharing, commenting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, or if you enjoyed this type of reading, let me know in the comments. Make sure that you are subscribed and hit the notification bell to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys.